It's been said that youth is wasted on the young. Well, I don't know.
What's up, y'all? Jeff, I'm here to give you another tutorial video, another how-to video on how I do things. Because this is how I do things here up in JFM Studios. In the Jeff and Taylor Comic channel. A little subcategory. Anyway, yeah, this little diddly of a video, I'm going to show you how I create a digital piece. That's right, I'm going to show you from start to finish a random picture of how I draw things in Photoshop. Now, I just decided to show this to you, to show you how, pretty much how I work and how Photoshop works. So I guess this is a little lesson in Photoshop also. So pay attention if you have Photoshop and you're learning how to use it and how I set things up. So for this little piece, I'm gonna draw my character, or the Jeff and Taylor character, Ashley, because I haven't drawn her in a while, and people haven't seen her in a while. In fact, we haven't seen any of the West End girls for a while. I mean, they haven't appeared in an episode ever since number 6. Jennifer was number 7, but yeah, she was the last one to appear. That's crazy, man. They need to appear very soon. So anyway, let's create a new document. And yeah, I'm gonna work with 8.5 by 11 inches, and right here I'm gonna work with 300 resolution pixels per inch. 300 pixels per inch is ideal if you want to create a digital piece that you're going to print. Because if you're printing something, at the very minimum, you want it to be 300 dpi. 300 ppi, however you want to say it. Some people, if you ever heard of the 72 pixels per inch resolution, that's usually for on-screen. It's mostly for websites. But I always work with 300 because you get better quality. All right, so all the settings are good. Okay, and I'm sorry if you really can't hear me. I mean, I know my computer is like buzzing very loudly just because it's on. Every time it gets turned on, it just buzzes very loudly. That's a naughty computer. It's true. Oh, it's true. So, yeah, speaking of naughty, I'm gonna draw this naughty character, Ashley. So, let's do this. This is how I always do it. I go to File, and then Place. This drawing's 13. Now let's go to Pictures. Pictures is where I have this circle. Look at this circle. It's a regular plain circle. I place it on the canvas here. Here it is. It's on its own layer. As you can see, it's called Circle. So, this little black and white spot that I'm just circling here, it just means that it's not rasterized. That you can't really edit it. Because when you see this, I have the brush tool, I try to edit it, and then this says, oh, this smart object must be rasterized before proceeding. That's right, because for some reason I can't do anything. So I say, okay, now it's rasterized. Now I can do stuff with the circle. So, like, I want to convert this to a multiply layer, excuse me. And I'm going to resize it. I don't know if this is just a simple portrait of Ashley. I think this is the right size of the circle I'll use. All right, I'm gonna draw on the same circle layer, but for my sketch, I always use a light blue, and I change my brush to a rough brush. This number 12 here. I always choose this one. There's hundreds of different brushes, and I always use like 3 of them for all my works. Very rarely when I use another one just for effects. Alright, so I lower the opacity of this brush to like 15, so somewhere low between 15 and 25. And then I draw in the roughs. Put this a little higher. And yeah, this is the first time I actually get to really talk and draw at the same time, but this is a very simple portrait of Ashley, so yeah, not much to talk about while I'm drawing. Oh my gosh. But it's okay. I'm like Bob Ross, man. It's like, I am the Bob Ross of cartooning. Only I'm not so soft-spoken. I mean, I guess I am. I don't know. I can't beat the devil. I can't beat the devil out of this pen here, or else I'll break the pen, and then that costs money. And boy, I need the money. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I have this. Usually, I use the light pencil or the light brush for rough sketches like this. The rough wiring, the mannequin. So I up the opacity just a little bit. That's 38. There, 38's good. And then I choose a darker blue, just so it can stand out just a bit more. Now we can draw Ashley. I always start with the ears first. It's subconscious. I don't know. And then the face, or we start on the face, but I start on the nose. The nose first, and then the eyes. These guidelines help. Since this is Ashley, she likes to give, she likes to have her sultry look. Yep. Let's undo that. I don't want that. Earring, her diamond earrings, which they're not really diamonds, they're just fake plastic earrings. They're shaped like diamonds, but they're colored like turquoise. You know, turquoise is Ashley's color. Or teal. No, teal is her color. Sorry. Turquoise is Kim's color. Alright, so Ashley is like giving a smug smile. She always have these smug facial expressions. That's what makes her, you know. And then the hair, Ashley's unique broom hair, as I like to call it, the widow's peak. And everything. I call it the broom hair because, you know, kind of like Guile from Street Fighter, only upside down. I don't know how it turned like this. I mean, ever since I first drew her, over 10 years ago, it was kind of like this. Because I was, you know, I was into anime back then, and I always liked their unique hairstyles. And I actually had Ashley have a unique hairstyle, which is this one. Alright, and then off to the body, her clothing, you know, she just has a regular blue shirt. I'll just draw her with the regular blue shirt instead of the vest. The vest, the dress shirt, the West End Girls dress shirt or something. Some people call it a bowling shirt. Oh well. I guess they are a fake bowling team. I mean, they do bowl together. Don't get me wrong. These girls are quite good too at bowling. I should have done that. Instead of the big race or race junkies, it should have been just bowling. A bowling competition. More plausible, but at the same time, it's not as fun. It's not as exciting as the race. Jeff and Taylor's, there's a little bit of reality there, but sometimes you have to go overboard. Alright, so I'm done with the sketches, so I'm ready to ink this, or do the line work. There's no ink involved, really. So I lower the opacity of this layer, as you can see, 100% down to 13, 17%. I make a new layer, a brand new layer. I choose black for my color, okay. Choose a completely new brush. I'm going to use the 15 calligraphy. I always use this for my line work. If somebody has another suggestion, a better suggestion for line work, then please tell me, because my line work sucks compared to many other artists. Oop, I forgot to upper the opacity of the brush itself to 100. But yeah, my line work is so blocky, blah. But I don't know, I guess that's what makes my art style stand out, because of my line work. Line work helps. And yeah, it's easy. It's just like tracing. I don't know. If I have nothing to say, and then there's like dead silence, I'll probably skip over or skip the video or something, or skip parts of the video. Oh man. Something I should say about Ashley. Well, like I said, she is the type of character who is completely vain and thinks about herself. But at the same time, I really don't put that across in the comics, you know. Like we really don't see her spending like an insane amount of time in front of a mirror just idolizing herself. I mean, I see her as that type of character, but I don't know. I never drew her like that in the comic, I mean. More subtle cleavage. And I know. How can you show cleavage when you're wearing a shirt like that? I don't know. But yeah, Ashley is the type of vain character that she thinks of herself very highly, more than others. It's like most girls like to be called queen, princess. No, Ashley thinks of herself as a goddess. She loves it when, you know, she has fantasies about men worshiping her and all that. You know, that's why when I made episode 10, Ancient Geeks, Ashley is the perfect Aphrodite. Although I don't think it was it really part of Greek mythology for Aphrodite to be vain and self-centered? I can't remember. It's been a long time. I mean, the last time I ever heard about a story with Aphrodite, I was playing God of War, you know. So there you have it. That's my little gist of Greek mythology. But yeah, my line work is very simple. People say that I have to improve my inking skills, but that is true to an extent, but Jeff and Taylor isn't that kind of comic. You know, it's supposed to use simple line work. Because it's not black and white, you know? I use color. Jeff and Taylor use color, I mean. If I were to get to other projects like Project JA or Malice Mansion or even School Spirit, I'll definitely up my inking game. So, to make the line work even better, to make it stand out more, since the light source comes from the right, I'll darken the lines on the left side, our left side, which is actually her right side. But it's, you know, the side away from the light, as you can see. So I thicken these lines up. I don't know, should I put music in this video? Maybe I shouldn't, because, you know, copyright and stuff, you know? It ain't right. And man, I gotta give myself credit. I gotta give myself some credit, because it is hard to talk when I'm all alone here. Yeah, I'm not really the talkative type, as if you know me. Okay, so I hid the sketch layer, so I'm gonna make another layer. This is where the colors come in, but I'm gonna put it under the line work layer. Alright, so here's the fun part, coloring. And I remember Ashley's colors by heart. So, I'm gonna use RGB yellow for her hair. And here's the thing, I use the fill tool, but I actually have this up here, all layers checked, because if I were to uncheck it, I'll have this. Everything is colored yellow, and I don't want that. undo. So I checked all layers. That means all layers are in effect. All layers that are showing. So I do it again. And look at that. And it's not interfering with the line work. You know, if I were to turn the color layer off, this is what happens. Because a long time ago, before I've learned about this all layers checkmark from a friend of mine, Nikki Ladrie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki, for telling me about this checkmark here, this box. So I used to do this. I used to color the same layer as the line work, and this happens. You know, when you do the line work, you find like white outlines and all that because it's not pixel perfect. So that's not really ideal, you know. Okay, so let's continue coloring this. Fill tool with the color layer. It's very easy. This is a very easy portrait that I'm drawing. Simple shading, cell shading, as a lot of people say. The color of Ashley's skin is a very basic peach color. FFCC99 in RGB. If I can't remember a character's skin color or hair color by heart, I usually just open another picture of theirs and use the eyedrop tool to get that exact code, the color code. But yeah, Ashley is very simple. Her colors I know by heart, as I say. And her teal earrings right here. Her t-shirt, just a cerulean blue. And her choker is a navy blue. Alright, so let's color in her eyes. Yeah, something's whistling up there. I don't know what the upstairs neighbors are doing. I don't know if it's the flushing toilet or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is how I color in the lines. Then I color her pupils, or her irises. And her iris is a aqua blue, just like Jane and Jane's mom. They have aqua blue eyes. Actually, I think them and Ashley are the only ones that have aqua blue. Yeah. Alright, so I make another layer. It's going to be the shadow layer, the simple shadow layer. So for this, I'm going to use the darkest blue, which is 000033. I call it Midnight Blue. It's okay. Okay, for this, I always do this for the quickies and everything. The simple shading. For my comics and all that. So I use the color remover tool hardness. I soften that up to 0%. And this layer, I'm going to set it to multiply. And I'm going to set it to 20%. Oh, let me show you how it looks like normally. Okay, with the shadow. All normal stuff. It looks like this. See? If I put that to multiply, it gets darker, but it actually doesn't interfere with the lines there. Set it to multiply because it doesn't look as blue, you know. So 20% multiply, that's what I use. 20% opacity. I'll up the opacity if they're in a very bright room or something. It depends on the lighting. Since this is very quick, yeah, and there you have it. That's how I cover this stuff. And I'm definitely going to put green music here. Because I don't like... I gotta tell you the truth, I don't like the sound of my voice. Like, I cannot imagine my voice being in a voice acting in a cartoon or something like that. Because I have such a bland voice. I do. It's so bland, I'm telling you. I'll tell you. I tell you. Yeah, but it's about time I do some more videos on this channel and make some updates. I have to do it. I have to. In order to be successful, I have to. I'm getting some more subscribers too in this channel. Like I'm up to, what is it, 1,160 something in this channel, Jeff and Taylor Comic. I thank you guys for subscribing, and if you have any friends that are interested in comics, please suggest them to this channel here, and introduce them to Jeff and Taylor. They won't regret it. I bet, because Jeff and Taylor is a great comic. All right, so I want to erase all this excess paint that's outside of her. So I select everything with the magic wand tool. Everything outside of her, and I'm on the Linework layer. So everything that's it's affecting the Linework layer. I have to say that. So I go to the shadows layer. Excuse me. Gotta get this thing, and then I press backspace or delete, and then all the excess things that are outside of her got deleted within this magic selection. Alright, so what is next? I'm going to make another layer way in the back here, in the bottom, and I'm going to make the background. A very simple background. This is how I do my simple shading backgrounds. Alright, so it's basically a gradient. So with Ashley, her color is teal. I'm going to choose teal. And the other color, I'm going to choose, let's use this, what is this? I'm going to call this Skylight Blue. There we go, Skylight Blue. So, I use the gradient, which is, just in the same square as the paint bucket tool. Gradient, and you can choose different options here. You can choose this, or maybe this. The circle, or the ellipse, or simple gradient, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna use the simple gradient, but the light source is on the right, so I'm gonna do this. Whoops, there we go. Actually, maybe not so subtle like that. There we go. Now for the texture background, I place, and I go all the way to the Jeff and Taylor folder, go to graphics, go to comic backgrounds, and here we go. This is what you see. All these familiar comic backgrounds that I use in my comics. You see Dread, focus lines, the dots, grunge, all that. I'm gonna use Sparkle because Ashley is sparkling. I don't know whether to use Sparkle 1 or Sparkle 2. Let's use Sparkle 2 because it's so busy. Alright, so this is how it looks like. It's all grayscale and all ugly looking, but how do I actually make it blend in with the gradient? I actually do this. Okay, I'll rasterize it, but I choose the effect of this sparkle layer, and I can choose it to be screen, soft light, hard light, overlay, vivid light, multiply, all these different options. So let's choose what looks best. Hard light looks good, but I also like overlay. Oh, what the heck, let's stick with overlay. And I can choose the opacity of this sparkle layer, so it can be subtle or it can be out there. And to make this picture even more epic, I'm gonna make another layer on top of everything. And I'm gonna make another weird blue concoction. Let's pick Let's pick cerulean blue with a cobalt blue. And choose the circle gradient thing. Kind of subtle, but let's make this into a screen. And sometimes, you know, I can use, I'll put the Linework layer on top of everything. It looks like this, but I don't know, it looks unnatural like that. Overlay, hard light, soft light, or multiply. Multiply is very dark, but let's choose screen. Let's lower the opacity just to make it a little bit more subtle. Alright, so this piece is practically done. I thank you for watching this video, this little tutorial or thing, or how I this demonstration. It's a demonstration how I do things, and I hope it inspired you. I hope you learned some stuff. I'm gonna write my signature here. There you have it. That's my little thing of Ashley. Very simple drawing from start to finish, and it took me less than 30 minutes to do this. So that's awesome. Very standard, very typical for me to do something like this. If only I can do more, you know. That's the struggle of an artist, because we could technically do lots of pictures like this a day, but we choose to surf the internet or play video games. That is the artist struggle. In fact, let's take it up a notch. I'm gonna write Ashley's name, or type it. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. There we go. In case you didn't know, Ashley's last name is Kirkwood. It's funny. A long time ago, I didn't want to add last names to my Jeff and Tara characters, but lo and behold, they do now. Makes them more human. So let's add a stroke to this. We can change the color of the stroke. But I want to make it I want to make it relatable to the piece itself. There's lots of blues and yellows and pinks, but what the heck? Make it blue. There we go. Oh, whoops. Make it blue, I said. Yeah. Alright, there you have it, and I'm going to flatten this image just to make it smaller file size. And I'm going to save, but I'm going to save it as a JPEG. I'm going to save it in my Drawing 16 folder. I'm just going to call it Just Ashley. And it is saved. Just like that, folks. A demonstration in 30 minutes. I thank you all for watching this video, and I look forward to your comments, what you guys think, any suggestions, and all that. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Obviously, you have to like it. So look forward to more videos of mine. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a little demonstration on Jeff and Tara portraits and how I put those together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day or weekend or whatever, and I'll see you guys in another video real soon. JFM out.